Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Wednesday, December 18th, and we are here trying to help you make better or less bad financial decisions. If you need some guidance, if you need a little mentoring, a little coaching, give us a shout. Go to jillonmoney.com, click the Contact Us button, and let us know if you want to join us live on the air by checking the box, because Mark, the best executive producer in the whole wide world, he'll do everything else. He'll arrange for everything. Now, Mark, I forgot to tell you, someone was saying, commenting to me about how prescient we were to be able to create a way to talk to people about their money by using the interwebs. And I said, yeah, Mark had this whole thing down before COVID. We were rocking and rolling, and we've just enhanced and refined it every single day. So thanks to Mark for that. He really is the mastermind behind all of this. I'm just the nice voice. We're both certified financial planners, and that means we like to talk to you about your whole life and figure out what it is that you're trying to do, and maybe we can help you get there, or at least consider various options. Today, we're joined by road warriors Joe and Liz at an undisclosed location, but in a vehicle. Hello, Joe and Liz. How are you guys?
Hey there. Thanks. Very well, thanks.
What's going on? How can we help you out?
Well, we were hoping to get your insight on the situation we have with our son, where he's just getting slammed with his student loans. He graduated from college a few years ago. His job, he's working full time. He makes about $55K, but his student loans are way over whatever that rule of thumb is about percentage of your loans versus what you're making. He's getting particularly killed with a bad loan that is, I say bad because it's the rates jumping all over the place. It's gone up to $15K in interest loans in just since he graduated. It's crazy. So the interest charges, I should say. So that one is up to $96,000. He's just feeling he's never going to get out from under it.
Well, wait a second. Yeah. So how old is he now? 25-ish?
24.
24. He's making $55,000 a year. He's got one loan that's $96,000. And what's the interest rate on that?
10%. And this one is one. When I say this one loan, it's like one of, he's got two others that one's like a Sally Mae and the more of the government ones that are subsidized and unsubsidized and at lower percentage rates and more manageable. He can pick at them.
What are those? Give me those two other loans.
So I have just the rough number of 28,000 on one of them, 23,000 on another one, and they're each made up of, different little mini loans from each semester kind of thing.
Is it like 6 or 7% on those?
They range 2%, 3%, 6%, like on a particular one that might be like at 3,000. That kind
Okay. All right. But it's the 10% one, which is, I bet, a private loan?
Yep.
Okay. Let's go back in time. And we don't have to relive everything, but I do want to understand the idea that he was borrowing all this money to go to some school. I presume, was this for a private school or public school?
It was a state school that was not our state, so essentially way more than it would have cost. He didn't get into our state school, but this other one 4 hours away, he was able to get in, and he just had his heart set on going to college like his three other siblings did. And he really,
oh my God, there's three other kids? Oh gosh. Here we go. Okay. So, but did you, okay. This is just like, I don't want to go back and like belabor this, but did you say to him, like, you listen, if you're going to go do this, you're on the hook for these loans. Like, we got three other kids. We can't do this. Yeah. Okay. So the other three kids, how old are they?
30 and 28 and 26.
And are they okay? Like they
launched. Yeah.
Launched. So we've got this one F up. I'm just kidding.
The youngest.
We won't fight.
The prodigal son. The prodigal son. Okay. So
taking matters into his own hands, finding this loan, getting to the school he wanted to go to. So
right. And then screwing himself, essentially.
A little bit, yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So what do you guys want to do about it? Do you want to help him?
So it's what we were trying to figure out. Normally, we're very much like here's your bed, go lie in it and fix the problem. But this is just so ridiculous. And we do have, for our situation, it's something that we could pay off this 196,000 one and have him pay us back at a reasonable student loan rate of like,
all right.
We were thinking like 3%.
Okay. So this makes, I understand this. So can you tell us a little bit about you guys? Like what's going on? You guys still working full time?
Yes. So Joe is currently, he was laid off and is looking for something, and he has his 401k from that job of 127. So that's what we wanted to work with, because the rest of our retirement situation is pretty good. And I can go through those numbers if that's helpful.
Okay. Yes. First of all, Joe, how old are you? We're not letting him off the hook. How old are you, Joe?
56.
56. Okay. Yep. And Liz, how old are you?
Same, 56. Okay.
And you're working full time, Liz?
Yes.
Okay. How much do you earn?
122. Oh, wait, no, 140. Okay. Sorry, it's a new year.
That better. Wait, what? 270. No, sorry. Are either of you guys entitled to pensions?
Yes, I am. 20.
Tell me about the pension, Joe.
At 64, $2,500 a month.
Okay, pension at age 64, $2,500 a month. What else do we have that's been squirreled away for you guys besides Joe's 401k?
Okay, so my 401k is currently at 1.6.
Woo, yeah. Oh, sorry, that was me.
And then I also will have a retiree health plan at retirement that they did a pension conversion just after I joined. So I'll get that. It's currently at 57. I have a HSA at 100. I also have a rollover from a previous job that's at 662. Yep. So Joe has a rollover from his previous job of 228.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do have a mortgage with a little bit left at $60K, and we have Parent Plus student loans at I think they're about at that same amount right now, 60.
Okay. The mortgage, what's the interest rate on it?
4.875.
Okay. And what's the house worth?
700.
When you look at all of your spending right now, including, the Parent Plus loan, the house, living your lives, right? What do you think you spend on a monthly basis?
About
$8,000 a month. Okay. Yeah. So what's the game plan on retirement for you? How long do you think you'll be working?
We were hoping to just in the next 3 years be done.
Except that this damn kid's going to really,
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Okay. $8,000, you got a lot of money saved. I mean, you have a lot of money. Is there anything else in the Joe and Liz story that we should know about? Is there a second home, a rental property? Is there a desire to sell your primary residence and move somewhere else?
No, we have a vacation-y home that's in a family trust. So it's not something that we would dip into, but it's certainly something that we could always vacation to. So we haven't really thought of buying something else.
Good. That's even better. So how do you feel about doing this for one kid when the other three kind of were, do you have any issue around that? I should just want to point that out that a lot of people, not everybody, will have it has to be equal, but it's equitable, it doesn't have to be even Steven.
Exactly. Equitable is different than equal, I think.
Okay.
It's not.
He is going to pay us back.
Exactly. It's not like you're giving it to him.
Unless we come to a point where we really don't need it and, things worked out fine.
No, but then it isn't equal or equitable. Right. So let me ask the question. So, Joe, what's your prospects on getting another job? Are you I want to do this, or are you I don't care. I could do it. I could not do it.
Oh, I'm so I could do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Liz is not on board with that, in case you were wondering.
I think I do something.
FYI.
I think I do something part-time
Okay.
I think that's both of our goals, is to like eventually just something part-time to keep a little busy and then travel.
Okay. Okay, I got you. Both of you are entitled to Social Security?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what those numbers are, like at age 67 or 70?
I think they're both roughly around 3,000.
Okay. So what we know, let's just say that by the time you're 67, you'll have $6,000 of Social Security-ish, the $2,500 a month pension, which will have been kicking in. And essentially, you got the vast majority of your expenses covered. You would need to dip into your money, because this money that is pension and Social Security will be taxable and you'll want to do other stuff. So I could see why you're looking at your own situation and saying, all right, we have $2.5 million in retirement assets. We're in good shape. We got the healthcare part of it. Like, this is all like, we're in good shape. Our house is going to get paid off. Everything's good, right?
Yep.
So now the question is, where do we pull the money if we want to actually help this kid out? And so you're saying, it doesn't really matter, honestly. Like, you can like trigger the rule of 55. You can get money out. And to some extent, I would say this, Joe, what were you?
Real quick, I forgot to mention something.
Sure.
I'm going to be getting about $70,000 from my mother's estate that just recently passed away next year.
Oh, I'm sorry. Next year.
Yeah.
Will that $70,000 be like inherited IRA, or will you receive that outright?
That's just received outright from the sale of a house.
Oh, and that's next year?
Yes.
Oh, this is great. I mean, not great for your mom. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. I know what you mean.
Sorry about that. So great for my financial idea here. Okay. So, Joe, are you getting paid through this year or anything? Do you have severance? Like, I'm trying to figure out what your tax situation is right now versus a year from now.
Just unemployment.
Just unemployment. Okay.
That's what triggered this question, because it was time to roll this over. He's getting like whacked with fees. We're leaving it. And so we wanted to move it and roll it. And we were like, where do we roll it to? And we have the other IRAs and Fidelity. And
sure.
That's where that came from.
When is unemployment up? When is that done?
August 15th, 2025.
Okay. So, but your income is going to be lower next year than this year, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So hold on. We only have a couple of weeks left in the year. So let's like hold our breath in January. What I would think about doing is accessing your 401k and pulling out, let's say, $50,000.
Yep.
Let's say 55, 60 grand. It doesn't matter really. When do you think you're going to get mom's inheritance, that check?
Probably March.
Okay. This is good timing. So you can take 50 or 60 grand out of that 401k, pull it out. You'll have that money. Whatever you get, then immediately turn around and let's think about that as your first chunk of money for the kid's loan. Yeah. When you get mom's money, you get the rest of that money and you're going to pay this whole thing off for the kid.
Right.
So then what you're going to need to do is create a document which says to your kid, we paid off your $96,000 and here's what you're going to do. You're going to pay us. What are you earning on your money in your checking savings accounts? 3%? 4%?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Say 3, 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
3. Okay. So, I mean, I could live with you saying, we're going to have you pay us back for 10 years. Let's just make it easy like that at a 3% rate and he'll pay you back. And he'll be relieved of that 10% huge number. And he can work really hard at paying down the highest interest debt. Like you said, he has some 6%, 5, whatever's the highest. He should be, whatever was going towards that 96,000 and having this, like, he's going to work hard to pay this off. Is he a responsible kid?
Not really. No.
He's working on it. He's a work in progress.
That's what we're trying to fix.
Okay. I mean, because there's a part of me that's like, I don't want him to just then run off and, we need to get him set up to succeed.
Exactly.
Right?
I think this first step will help with that because he's so bummed. He just sees no end in it. So.
Yeah. Does he live home?
Yes.
So 55 grand a year with pretty low expenses is kind of this he should be able to make like now you're in the perfect rule of thumb area. Like forgetting about your 100, the 96 that you're going to pay off. But if he had 28 and 23 at like, right, if he had that amount of outstanding debt making 55 grand a year, he'd be fine. He really would be. So there's a couple of things that you can do. You can say to him, all right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to pay off this loan and we're going to set you up, but we really want you to work with us. We're going to look at your budgeting and we're going to see how much money is going to each of these loans and how much you're going to pay us. And does he have a retirement account at work?
Yes.
Yep. He did just.
Is he using it or not?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's putting in like up to the match?
Yeah, like 15% we required. But do you think that's smart or should he focus on paying?
No, I think he should just put up like whatever it is, like 6%.
Yeah.
And then every available dollar goes to paying down the rest of his debt.
Okay.
Like, especially that, till he gets that until you're at 3% or less,
Yep.
like, let him pay off the debt. Let him feel what that feels like.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to, you're going to be in such, I don't know, how much money do you have like in brokerage or cash or what do you got in the other stuff that's going on?
Yeah. We have like 30 in cash, 110 in stock from a previous job. Joe has another 13K from a previous job as well.
Is that a brokerage account or a stock?
It's listed in the accounts like a brokerage.
Price, yeah.
Okay.
Brokerage.
Your stock, your 110, just out of curiosity, is that in a single stock or just in an account with a lot of stuff in it?
It is. It was like from an IPO from a previous job. So they were like, here you go, have some stock.
Oh, okay. So it's now in a single stock?
Yes.
Yes, and it's
okay.
Just been
Has it made a ton of money?
It's like doubled over the
Oh, that's good.
years. Yeah, because it started out at like 20, and that was, I don't know, 15 years ago.
The reason why I'm thinking is like, look, you guys are going to have a tax problem, meaning you have a lot of money that has not been taxed yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, again, all I'm suggesting is that, like, all right, maybe we just take this money out of the 401, the current 401k. We pay the tax that's due next year, right? 2025. You pay the tax that's due and you got the money and you pay off the kid's loan. When the 70 grand comes in from the inheritance, you add it to whatever brokerage account you have, like from that IPO stock. And now we start to build that account up a little bit with boring stuff. Like maybe instead of putting it into single stocks, we convince you that maybe it's time to put in, a large cap stock fund or an ETF or a bond fund. And then we just start to nurse that one along. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I like that.
I think I like that because it cleans up the old 401k,
right.
And we pay the tax that's due, but you're going to have to pay the tax no matter what. And next year is going to be a lower tax year. Mark, can you do an amortization for me? Just because Mark's the kind of guy who's he's got an open calculator when we're on these conversations and I don't have one because I'm highly focused on you guys and listening to you.
Excellent.
If $96,000, Mark, give me a 10-year amortization at 3% and tell me what the monthly amount this kid owes mom and dad.
$900.
So that seems like a lot still. What is it if I go on a 15-year?
$660.
So it's $660 a month at the 96,000 would be $660 a month for the next 15 years.
Okay. Yeah.
How do you think that it seems okay to me?
Better.
Yeah.
It's better.
Right?
I had
What's he
been
paying
trying
now?
to work up one of those like budgets with an Excel spreadsheet and that kind of thing was where we were tweaking it. Like I did like what you guys thought 10 was a nice round number, but 900 still didn't feel very good.
No.
So, because his other student loan altogether monthly is 600 and the other one is 228. So it still gets him way lower. Like right now, that one loan is over $1,000. So it cuts it.
So
in
right
half.
now he's got 600 and 228, and then we're going to pop another 660 on there.
Correct.
I don't know. It's like it depends how much you really want to help him. But if he's living home, you're helping him.
Well, that's the thing. He has really no other expenses, and he just has to buckle down. And I think the fact that this big payment will be cut in half will be huge. So
yeah, I do too. Because, right now it's going to be like, all right, so he's got $1,500 a month of payments. It's as if he were, that is rent, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll keep making more money. He'll get raises. This will get easier and easier. And at some point but for the next few years, honestly, just put in to retirement up to the match. Let's get this thing under control. Yeah. If he wants to move out, then he's got to have to show you that he has a lot of money saved. And this is like, you got to give him a little bit of the, hey, this is it. This is one get out of jail free card. You go out and run up credit card debt, or you go buy a stupid car with a dumb loan. It's on you, baby.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
All right. I feel like I feel good about it. I want to give the kid a second chance.
Us too.
Yep, exactly. Us too. So this has been super helpful.
All right. Well, listen.
We won't make a move until 2025 because that's Joe's year that he'll be out of work still. So it'll be a lower year.
Exactly right. I don't know how you guys feel about whether you want to talk to the other kids about this or not. What do you think?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because they're all like, there's been times where he's needed help with a bill and he'll ask his siblings. They're very tight.
Yeah.
So they want to see him be successful as well. And
all right.
So I don't think that part of it will be an issue because, we are not like just paying it outright. And
yes,
it's basically just really helping get something that has a more realistic.
You're refinancing the loan for him.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're doing a refi for you. Exactly right.
Because that's another step he did try to take and went through, and just because of that whatever that rule is about the having too much credit based on what you earn or whatever, he was refused immediately, and that was another blow where he was like, "What do I do?" So
I get it. I think you're very kind. You're very good parents, and let's make this kid succeed. Let's see if we can help him out. All right.
Well, thanks for helping us.
Yeah, thanks for helping us.
I feel like I just paid off $96,000 myself. I feel so relieved. Oh, thank, my shoulders are relaxing. Hey, if you've got a kid who needs a little bit of a boost and you want to know the best way to help the kid, or even, by the way, an adult parent who, by the way, kind of they screw up too. If something's going on intergenerationally, intragenerationally, if you need some help with your household, your family, give us a holler. Go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button. Let us know if you want to come on the air. It's so great when we have both of you, the couple, or even if the kid were on the line, we would be able to help with that as well. So come on, we can talk it through, and chances are we'll get you to a good conclusion. You can subscribe to us on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite podcast. Please leave us a rating and review wherever you listen. Put your hands metaphorically on someone's back. Someone needs a little pat on the back, or maybe even a hug. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.